Now that you've had a chance to think about what rigor means to you compared to the definition provided by the writers of the Common Core, let's take a deeper dive into the three aspects of rigor. As we stated before, when the writers of the Common Core refer to rigor, they are describing a deep, authentic command of mathematical concepts, not making math harder or introducing topics at earlier grades. In order to accomplish this, there must be a balance of conceptual understanding, procedural skills and fluency, and application in the mathematical experiences that students are exposed to. The standards call for conceptual understanding of key concepts, such as place value and ratios. Students must be able to access concepts from a number of perspectives in order to see math as more than a set of mnemonics or discrete procedures. The standards call for speed and accuracy in calculation. Students must practice core functions such as single-digit multiplication in order to have access to more complex concepts and procedures. Fluency must be addressed in the classroom and through supporting materials, as some students might require more practice than others. The standards call for students to use math in situations that require mathematical knowledge. Correctly applying mathematical knowledge depends on students having a solid conceptual understanding and procedural fluency. With rigor being such a key aspect in instruction, the writers of the Common Core embedded it into the standards. Let's practice identifying the aspect of rigor in the following standards. In the next slides, I will present a standard for you to read and identify the aspect of rigor that is being addressed. I recommend that you pause the video so that you will have ample time to read and process the content of the standard prior to the answer being revealed. Our first example is from the Reasoning with Equations and Inequalities domain of high school algebra. Take a moment to read the standard and identify the aspect of rigor being highlighted. Now is a good time to pause the video. The aspect of rigor being highlighted in this standard is procedural skill and fluency. In order to show mastery of this standard, there are specific skills that are listed that students are expected to demonstrate mastery of. Our next example is from the number system domain of the grade 6 standards. Take a moment to read the standard and identify the aspect of rigor being highlighted. There are two aspects of rigor being highlighted in this standard: conceptual understanding and application. Notice that the standard requires that a student understands absolute value and be able to interpret it in the real-world situation. Our last example is from the building functions domain of the high school function standards. Take a moment to read the standard and identify the aspects of rigor being highlighted. There are once again two aspects of rigor being highlighted in this standard: procedural skill and fluency, and application. Notice that the standard requires that a student learns the skill of writing sequences in addition to being able to model them in situations. As you continue in this course, keep in mind the meaning of rigor as defined by the writers of the Common Core. By attending to the intended aspects of rigor while still providing the necessary supports, all of our diverse group of learners will have the opportunity to develop a deep, authentic command of mathematical concepts.